Hey guys, welcome back. I am Stu and this is Adrenaline Heights for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. Build a park to appeal to the high intensity, thrill seeking local people. Your objective: to have at least 1,600 guests in your park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 600. Oh, okay then. So, free entry, we're going to be charging for the rides. It did say they want high intensity. So this is Tanya, preferred ride intensity greater than 9. Gail, greater than 9. Nathan, greater than 9. Mervyn, greater than 9. Okay, so they all want rides greater than 9 intensity. There is one here. Cathexis, no idea what that means. Intensity, 8 point something. So, although it says they want greater than 9, it does look like they are prepared to go on rides that are 8 point something. So that gives us a bit of play with the stats then. I don't really like this coaster. It's taking up a lot of space. The space isn't being used very efficient, so I'm probably going to get rid of that. Let's look at what rides we've got then. Transport rides, we won't be bothering with those. We won't be bothering with gentle rides. We've got a lot of coasters, so that's good. Some of these look quite easy to build, like these ones here are quite easy to build, high intensity rides. This one here as well. So there's about 5 we've got to begin with. Stand up, they're high intensity anyway. There's another stand up there, so it doesn't look like we shouldn't have that many problems then. What other rides do we have then? We've got quite a few thrill rides. We probably won't really use many of these. We might put a couple down to begin with, just to give the guests in the park something to do. Maybe pirate ships, something like that, or some top spins. I don't know. It'll also act just to see if the guests will go on the rides as well. So what else did we have? We had water rides. And we've got not many shops. So what I'm going to do then is put all my research into shops. So all really we're going to be building is, apart from maybe 1 or 2 thrill rides at the beginning, is roller coasters. So, and we've already got a load of those, so we won't really need anything else. Looking at the park then. Oh, okay. So if I can get up on here, that looks like yeah. So if I can build a path up to here, so I'm going to get rid of this ride to begin with. If I can build a path maybe up to around here, and then I think I'll just branch off down here, and then I can build coasters then either side. So some coming down here and then some coming down here, and yeah, we should be able to get quite a few coasters in on this. Maybe about 4, between 4 and 6 this side, and maybe another 4 and 6 that side. So we shouldn't really have any problems. Yeah, so I'm just going to crack on with building then. I'm going to move this path over just to have a straight line coming up and then up here. We'll get rid of this, so I'll probably no entry sign the path here, and then I'll carry on I'll build another path here, and then hopefully then by the time I've done that, the guests will have gotten off this path here and I can get rid of that. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on building and I'll see you in a bit. It is April, year 1, so I've built my path coming down, got rid of the existing ride, got rid of the existing path as well, built a couple of pirate ships. Guests really don't seem bothered with this, so the intensity on these is far too low. Just got a simple reverse launch corkscrew here, so intensity just under 8, but the guests are going on it. So that's fine. So I'm going to carry on building the path then. I want to try and get up to here. So it's going to be quite expensive. So my plan is to take the hit with the money in year 1. And then that way then year 2 and year 3 will just be a simple case of just whacking down as many coasters as I can. So I'm going to carry on then. I'll see you in a bit. It is October year 1, so I've built a little wild mouse just over here. Just under 8 intensity on that. Guests are loving it. That's helping bring the money in. in order to pay for the path to come up here. So once I was up here, then it cost a lot of money to build this path with all the terraforming and stuff, but it was worth it, because then it just makes all the coaster building really easy. So the first ones then I built once I was up on the mountain were these two stand-up coasters then. So the first one comes down, it's got a loop, comes back to the station. Second one, no room for the loop, so it's got the half loop underground and then back around. So what do we have then? Over 8 guests loving these. And then I started building these two coasters here, so I'll have a play about with them in the coming months, but if it's taking too long, I'll end up getting rid of them. So and then trying something different. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on with the building then. I should probably see you next October. It is October year 2, so I had a play with those coasters. I couldn't really get high intensity with them because they were suspended coasters, and even if you put tight bends, they just swing around them, and the intensity wasn't very high on them. So I got rid of them, and then I put down these inverted coasters. So what have we got? We've got over 8. I've renamed these ones over here. So I think what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to just pick a color, and then whatever color I pick, I'm going to do, I don't know, a word association with that color, and then just put that down for the ride. So we've got, what have we got down here then? We've got Blue Bottle, we've got Green Beret, we've got Orange Crush, we've got Purple Rain, and we've got Red Dawn just over here. Wolverines. So these are quite easy to build with high intensity. So that's an 8. And then just this side then, stand up, comes down, there you go. It's got this Cobra roll, photo section, and then an unbanked corner, and then an S-bend. So you've got the unbanked corner, which is brutal enough, and then another S-bend just to help with the intensity. So if you're stuck with getting high intensity, just put some unbanked corners in, and that'll help. And then I'm gonna build a couple of wooden coasters here. So just run out of time this year, but I'll crack on with them next year. Guest numbers then 1300. So we're doing all right. Doing all right with the guest numbers. Starting to flatten out a bit now, but that's because it's the end of the year, and the building slowed a little. But once we put these new coasters down and it's the start of the new year, that'll pick up, and we should do the 1600 no problem at all. So yeah, I think normally we have a really good first year and a fairly slow second year. This one, no, we had quite a slow first year because I've spent a lot of time building the path, and then the second year has absolutely flown. The guests have loved it. So we were quite skint at the start of the year. We'd spent loads of money on the path and these coasters here, and now, well, the money's rolling in. So this was last year, so we only had about 4,000 a month, and then once we've added the other coasters, then the money's just pouring in. So that means that we shouldn't have any issues. We haven't got to wait to build coasters. We can just put them down as quick as we can. So I'm going to carry on building then. I will see you next year where we shouldn't have any problems completing the scenario. It is October year 3. The objective won 1600 guests. We've got just under 2,000. So we're going to smash this. No problems at all. So let's have a park tour then. When we came in, we had a path coming down to around here. You could just see the fence for one of the entrance or exits. There was a ride there. It was called Cathexis. Not sure what it meant at the time, but I have looked it up since, and it means it's a scientific term for when you devote all your time and energy into a single person, thing, or whatever. So when you spend too much time concentrating on one thing to the detriment of anything else. So that's fit in with the scenario then where they want to have high intensity rides, so that you spend all your energy on intensity to the detriment of the other stats. There you go. So just in case anybody was interested, now you know. So I got rid of that ride, got rid of the path. I built this path just down here. We got the pirate ships over there. No one's interested in those. I've left them because I just haven't been bothered to get rid of them. We've got a reverse inclined corkscrew here, just under 8 intensity. Guests are loving that. Just has a few loops. I just wanted something cheap and cheerful, something very simple and quick to build, just so that the money could start coming in. And then just over the other side again, something cheap, cheerful, quick to build, so the money can start coming in. So this is Green Beret. It's a Wild Mouse ride. With the ride names, what I've done is I've just given them all a colour, and then I've done a word association with that colour, just the first thing that comes into my mind. So award yourself 1 stew point for every reference you get. Did we see the stats on that? There you go, just under 8 for that one. So then I wanted to get up on top of the hill, so I've built the path all the way up. We researched shops and nothing but shops, and as soon as we finished researching shops, I think that was sometime in year 3, I just switched all the research off, because we had tons of roller coasters, and that's pretty much all we were going to build. So built up to here, and then I started branching off. So we got this one here. You probably won't, I don't know, I think it was the name of a drink, so that one's a free, that one's a gimme. So we got a couple of stand-up coasters, so we got good 8s on these. So the first one's got a loop, the second one's got a half loop, and then they just come back to the station. Just here then we've got these inverted coasters, so we've got a couple of loops back to the station. The one on the outside had to go down and around. That was the second one I built. So the first one, there you go, intensity just under 8, and then the second one then just over 8, because obviously the results had come back for the first one. So with the second one I just added just a couple of tight bends, and that helped get the intensity up a little. Then we've got these ones then, Red Dawn. So we got 2 of these, intensity just over 8 on these, and then right at the end then I built this here. Here you go, 8. Originally it was ultra extreme, so what I did is I reduced, oh you can't really see the hill because of the pink on red, so I reduced the height of this drop, tested it. Again it was quite extreme, so I then I think there was a really tight bend here, so I've just got rid of that tight bend, and then I've got another little hill just to take a bit of speed off and then get it back up to here. So that's brought the intensity down a little. And then just over here then we started building, so we got another stand-up twister, so it's Cobra Roll, and then it's got a tight unbanked bend, so that helps add a bit of intensity. So we got these 2 White Lightning, so that's just over 8 for these. And then we got these 2 wooden coasters then. We'll have a look at the yellow ones first, because they're on their way. So again, we got, so that's 9 and 8, and then we got the 2 wooden coasters then. So we've got just under 9 on these. Again, I mean they're horrible to look at, but we're only after intensity. And then right at the end then I was having a play about with this Giga coaster, so I had it going up really high, and then it came back and it was quite low, so then I added this fiddly section around it, and then it came back and it was ultra extreme. And then what I've been doing is I saved it then, because I think it was September and it was taking quite a while for the test results to come back, so I saved it. Then I'd go in and I'd make a change, then I'd run it on fast forward until the results came back, and if it wasn't good enough then I would load the save back up and then try something different, and in the end it all came down, it's Halloween, they're gonna go nuts, yay. The name ends 620,000. Wow. So in the end then it all came down. I added this little brake here. Now at the moment that brake is set to 58 miles per hour. It's not really much of a brake, but if it was real fine margins on this, so I think without the brake it was ultra extreme, so I added the brake there and I was trying loads of different speeds. Lower than 50 something and it would be really low intensity, about 5 or 6. Higher than 60 and it would be ultra extreme. So then I just dialed it in to 58 and then it was fine. So yeah, but I mean, we had so much money in the end we could just throw loads at it. But this is probably the hardest one to get on a difficult hardest one to get on a decent intensity level. So that was Adrenaline Heights, and we finished it with over 2,000 guests in a park. Got tons of money. Wow, look at that. 21,000 we made last month. We've been making just under that for the past few months. Over 2,000 shop sales, over 1,000 food and drink sales, and the staff wages less than 2,000. So it's just all profit really. One thing I like to do is if you can get the staff wages to be paid for out of your shop sales and your food and drink sales, and you know then the ride tickets then is just pure profit. So yeah, that was Adrenaline Heights. In the end, not a big deal. Was a bit of a pain with the objective of just the intensity, because we've made quite a few coasters, and let's face it, we're probably never going to use these ever again, because the intensity is so high on them. So in most parks the guests would never ride on them. So I am Stu. This was Adrenaline Heights for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Any questions or feedback, drop me in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.